Okay, finally we're here. Good morning, everyone. Just one of those great mornings where my internet firstly goes down and the router stuffs up, and then after that my webcam dies. But luckily I've got a second one here as a backup, so we're all on and ready to go with our lesson. So hopefully, can you all hear me? Is that all working? Someone just gives a hello, a yes or a no if you can hear me speaking at the time through the channel. I think we're all good. Technically, everything should be working. Yep. Okay, let's get started. So as I mentioned in our Zoom meeting, today we are looking at a new time signature. So I'll bring that up onto the screen now. So here is our new time signature. So we are learning about a time signature called 6/8 time. And you can see that here. 6/8 time. So let's firstly quickly look at what we've learned before so we can compare it. So a new time signature. The time signatures used so far in this book have all been what we call simple time signatures. Now you might be saying none of those rhythms were terribly simple. No, but the time signatures were called simple time because the values of the beat were crotchets. So we've done rhythmic dictation questions in 4/4 time, 3/4 time, 2/4 time. And in each case, that 4 at the bottom of the time signature was referring to the American note, the quarter note, which we call a crotchet. So, as you know, the time signature next to this rhythm tells us there are 4 beats in the bar, that's the top number, and the value of the beats is a crotchet, the bottom number. We therefore know that this rhythm is in simple, and the word we use quadruple time, because the 4 is like quadruple, like a quad bike, means 4. If you're wondering what do we call 3/4, that'd be simple triple. 2/4, we call that simple duple. We don't need to worry about those fancy words too much at this stage, just worth knowing they exist. So this is an example of 4/4 time. T T T T T T ta. T T ta T T ta. Has a very steady, almost walk-like, almost like you're marching. Well, marching is more like 2/4 time, but steady walking along speed. The next rhythm is quite different. Let's have a look here. The next rhythm uses a new time signature, 6/8. Although the rhythms themselves are familiar, it's still basically quavers, dotted crotchets. They're all notes we've seen before. The way the notes are grouped together is different. Listen to me as I say these rhythm names below the notes. So here we go. I'll say it to you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. T, 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 tam, tam. T, 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 tam, tam. So, this is page 23, thank you, good. And let's now see if we can say this together. Don't worry about exactly how it sounds, I'll just follow my voice and you'll get a feel for how it works, and then I'll explain it more clearly in a moment. So I'll count to 6 and then try and say it along with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. T, 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 tam, tam. T, 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 tam, tam. You would have noticed that it's got much more of a 3 feeling. There's like 3 T's followed by 3 T's. T, 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 T. You notice that the first of each of those T's, T, 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 is much stronger. So what we say is each beat in this time signature, in fact, has 3 divisions, or 3 pulses. So the definition of 6/8 really is that there are 6 quaver pulses per bar. That 8 at the bottom stands for 8th note. In America they call quavers 8th notes. So that's why we're saying there's 6 quaver pulses. Let's go back to what a dotted crotchet is worth. A dotted crotchet is like 1.5 crotchets, yeah? What's a crotchet made up of? A crotchet is like 2 quavers. So therefore a dotted crotchet goes for the length of 3 quavers. We learned earlier that a dotted crotchet is called tam. We used it in the together with tam T before in a previous rhythm. And we also did teet tam. Well, here is now tam on its own. So each of those tams gets 3 pulses as well. So that is why it's actually a little confusing now that we say that 6/8 is not a form of 3 or 6, it's in fact a form of 2. bear with me here. T, T, T is one beat. T, T, T is another beat. There was two main beats in that bar. Tam, tam. Another two beats. T, 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 T. So you notice the stress was on T, 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 T. So again, another two main beats there, and then tam, tam. So, how do we define simple and compound time? Let's go into it a bit more. Up here it was mentioned that simple time, the value is a crotchet. That's correct. To be more specific, in simple time, every beat can be divided into pairs of quavers, or two quavers. In compound time, the beat is split up into three quavers, or three quaver pulses. I've essentially just said what Deborah Smith wrote down here in a whole paragraph of text. So before we go ahead and do this one, we're going to say this one together one more time. Let's give it a go. I'll count you in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. T, 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 tam, tam. T, 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 tam, tam. Cool. Here's another one. Let's have a look at this one. So you got T, 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 tam. T, 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 tam. T, 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 tam, tam. I'll say it to you now in time. T, 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 tam. T, 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 tam. T, 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 tam, tam. Let's say that together now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. T, 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 tam. T, 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 tam. T, 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 tam, tam. Last but not least, let's clap this rhythm together. Take your hands out and let's give this a go from the start of that line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. T, 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 tam. T, 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 tam. T, 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 tam, tam. Cool. Now, I essentially explained what's said in this next paragraph as well when I spoke to you before, but I just mentioned that compound time is where the beat is grouped in three quavers as opposed to two. So when it's grouped in three quavers, it's compound time. One last question though, or statement is, we mentioned like 4/4 was simple quadruple because there were 4 beats. How many beats did we say were in each bar here? Was it 6? No, it was 6 pulses, 2 main beats. And so what we do is we actually say that this time signature, 6/8, is compound duple. Duple is the word that we use for two, like a duet is a piece of music for 2 people, or a dance for 2 people. I'm going to take a breath. Oh, I said all that without hardly taking a breath in. Okay, moving right along. Today is a fairly straightforward lesson. We're going to do a couple of rhythmic dictation questions, and then we'll be free for the day, and you can come back into Zoom to seek any further assistance. While I remember, I hope you, for those of you who had finished your improvisations, I hope you enjoyed looking at Soundtrap. Everyone's going to be having a look at Soundtrap this week, because I'm thinking, because our term's a bit extended with exams and work experience cancelled, rather than trying to come up with just more theory work for you to do, which would be great for getting you ready for year 11, I guess. I'm thinking, let's make things really enjoyable and fun and really make some music, given that our prac has had to go out the window with no on-site learning. So we're going to actually all be looking at Soundtrap a lot more in the next few weeks, with the aim of everyone creating some sort of little music project for that in lieu of doing prac. So keep an eye out for that. It's going to be lots of fun. Okay, back to this. How do we shorthand 6/8 time? Well, it's a little bit different to 4/4 time. In 4/4 time, we would just put 4 beats above every bar. Here is an example of 6/8 time, and you'll see that there's actually been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pulse lines put. So every pulse gets its own beat line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and so on. You'll probably notice here that the first of every 3 is a little bit longer. indicating where the beat of each group starts. So the strong pulse is the start of each beat. From there you can see that if it was TTT, each line just gets marked off. It's actually easier than the simple time ones where we had to mark multiple lines or lines off the beats. No, this one's all quite simple. You just mark off where you hear sounds. So T, 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 T. Here's tam. Because it starts on this pulse and goes for the rest of the bar, you just mark off where the sound starts and leave the rest empty. Then T, 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 tam. Leave the rest empty. Tam, 2, 3, tam, 5, 6. And that is that entire rhythm. Let's say that rhythm together now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. T, 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 tam. T, 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 tam, tam, tam. Notice I move my hand along with the length of the note because the tams are easy to cut short. So make sure they go for a full 3 quavers. Okie dokes, let's move on. We've got a few questions to do. And they will be these ones. We're going to do a which rhythm do you hear. Now this first one is in our new time signature, 6/8. Let's quickly say each of these rhythms together. So, ready, set, go. T, 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 tam, tam. Okay? Let's say the next line. Ready, set, go. T, 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 tam. Let's say the final line together. Ready, set, go. T, 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 tam. T, 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 tam. Cool. I'm now going to play them in no particular order. Please number them 1 through to 3. I'll play each one twice. Here we go. Please put a number 1 next to the following rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll play that again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I'm going to play another one. Please put a 2 next to this. By the way, the first person to tell me the order, either like top, middle, bottom, middle, top, bottom in the chat window will get the joy of winning. There's no real prize, just but as soon as you think you've got the answer, feel free to type it into the chat window, and the person who gets it in first will win nothing but the joy of being first. Okay, I'm going to play you another one now. Please put a 2 next to this rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I'll play that again. Please put a 2 next to this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I'll play a remaining one, although you've probably got the answer now, so you might, if you want to jump in and type it in, that's great. Here comes the one that you need to put a 3 next to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well done, Jay. Congratulations. I'll play that one more time. Here is the remaining rhythm. Nice work. Congratulations, Jay. In fact, I'll put in a success pass for you, I reckon. That was great. Okay. We're going to do the next one. Let's have a look at number 2. So, it's a bit trickier. These are the rhythms we've learned earlier. I'll say this first one for you. Tam, ti, ticka, ti, ta. Ticka, ticka, ti, 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 ta. So notice we're back in simple time now. 4/4. I'm going to say this next one for you. Ready? And tam, ti, ti, ticka, ta. Ticka, ticka, ti, 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 ta. And I'll play the bottom one here. Ready? And tam, ti, ticka, ti, ta. Ti, ticka, ti, 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 ta. You'll notice that it starts the same, tam, ti, but then here is where it changes. You've got ticka ti, ti ticker, or ticka ti. So if you hear ti ticker here, then you know it's number 2 that I was playing. Then in the next bar, it changes here. The top one and the middle one go ticka ticker, ticka ticker, and then there's a ti ticker at the bottom. So anyway, I'm going to play these in no particular order. Same Challenge to you all. First person to type in the correct answer into the chat window will be brilliant, and I'll award you a success pass as well. So, here we go. Please put a 1 next to the following rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll play that again. Please put a 1 next to the following rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll now play another rhythm. Please put a 2 next to this rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll play that again, but if you've really got sharp ears, you can probably take a guess at what the answer is and think about typing it into the answer into the chat window. I'll play the one that you put a 2 next to next. Ready, and... I'll now play the remaining rhythm. Please put a 3 next to this rhythm. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll play that one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, waiting to see what you type in. You may well have typed it in. It'll come up in the window shortly. It's a little delayed. I'm watching with interest. Anyone got the answer? Nice mate. By the way, Jay, you won first prize today. You'll get a success pass. Congratulations. Anyone? Yeah, no, close but no cigar, Gordon. Next. Wait for another answer. Waiting. Dun 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 dun. Ya da 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 ya da da da. Da 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 da. Don't know if you. No, not quite. So let's see if we can work it out. There's not many options left. We're so close, so close. See if someone else can get the answer right. Someone different. Yes, Jackson, you get the second success pass. Well done. Cool. Okay. This is making things even more interactive through the chat channel. That's great. Okay. Well done. Let's do one more question. Let's look at how we do a melodic dictation. Sorry, not a melodic. A rhythmic dictation, sorry. Oh, Haley, you jumped in. I just realised in the chat you got in by a split second. I'll give you both one. Congratulations. Haley, I didn't see your answer coming there either, but I'll pay both of you for that one. So I'll write you down. I'll both give you a success pass later on. Well done. Okay, great. Let's move on now. So, here is a question. We're going to do this one and then that's it for today. So, how do we set up the shorthand? Like we had at the top of the page, it's... Oops, what's going on here? Come on. Let's try this. That's better. I got the right spot. It's... Oops, come on, pen. Work. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you can see there's 6 pulse lines there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we do that for every bar because we are in 6/8 time. Now I can tell you that there will only be dotted crotchets or tams and TTTs. That is all it will be in this question. So the tam is shorthanded as one sound across the 3 beats, and then the TTT is one sound on each pulse. So if there's a tam, it'll only start there, or it'll only start there. There'll be nothing where there's a middle one only coloured in or an end one only coloured in. It'll either be 1 on the long line or 3, 1 on each line. They are the only options we'll have here. So let's give this a go, and we'll take it from there. Let me just find the correct answer in my teacher's edition. Yes, here it is. Let's give this question a go. I'll play it to you 5 times, and then I'll take you through it. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I'll play it again. This time I'll count along with each beat, just so you know which pulse I'm up to, because it is your first time trying a compound time question. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I'll play it again. Here's your third playing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I'm going to play this a 4th time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll play this one more time. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's go through the answer together, and then we'll be able to finish up. So, what was the first bar? It was... or in other words, da, 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 da. Okay, let's try the next bar. Here is bar 2, which is right here. You heard 6 even sounds, so T, 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 T. Let me go from the start, and then I'll finish at the end of the third bar now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 5, 6. So we heard 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'll go from the halfway point right now just to save time and finish off with the last bar as well. So from this halfway point it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All that's left now is to write in the shorthand, write in the notes, sorry. And you can see the examples there. If it was 1 sound, it's dotted crotchet. If it's 3 sounds, it's 3 quavers. So let's have a look. T, 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 3 quavers. So pick a line or a space, pop your note heads in, stems, and beam. You go a little higher there. What's the next one? It was 1 sound across the beat. So it was tam. That dot wasn't very good. It should be next to the note. That's better. In fact, I'm going to do it a bit better again. That's better. Yep. Okay, next one. 3 sounds and 3 sounds. T, 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 T. Next one. Tam. Tam. 1 sound on each of the beats. Not every pulse, each beat. First beat, second beat. And finishing off, T, T, T. And finally, tam. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. That is how we dictate music in compound time. Now that's as hard as compound time is going to get for this course. We'll then go into more intricacies and details of rhythmic patterns in year 11. What we've done almost is entirely learn what we needed for this course. So we've actually only really got one more page left that we need to look at, two more pages that we need to look at in detail, and that is pages 20 and 21 that will come up in future lessons. Once we've done that, we've actually covered the oral and theory work for this course, which is fantastic. It's when we should have had it ready because we were due to do exams in a few weeks. But as I said, in lieu of doing exams, we'll come up with something else to do in that time, and I suspect a nice little music creation task with Soundtrap will be quite a good thing to fill that up. Anyway, I'm going to leave it for now. If you need to come back in to get help, please feel free to jump back in Zoom. Otherwise, please carry on with this work. Do these questions here that I'm highlighting with my mouse. Take a photograph, upload it into the Google Classroom assignment for the week, which I'll create for the day, which I'll create in just a few moments when I get out of this video. And otherwise, carry on with musictheory.net links and see you on Wednesday.